Welcome back, everybody. Yes, it's stupid people in the news. I know I've been gone for a long time, but I promise you we're going to get going. We got more. I promise we have more. Going to do these more often, maybe every other day, because you guys liked them. I like doing them. We got some new technology, some new toys. Let's do it. Hit the intro. Oh, by the way, what do a woman whose vagina was stretched out, an American Airlines worker who fell asleep and got a free trip, a man who identifies himself as 20 years younger, and a man who flipped over his ex-wife's car with a tractor have in common? They're all featured on today's episode of Stupid People in the News. Intro. What's going on, everybody? Yes, it's Mike, and we are back with Stupid People in the News. As you can see, changed things up a little bit. Got a new camera. It's not a new background. It's not a new background. This is actually the recording studio, but I decided I wanted to do something a little bit different. So we're not going to be reading things off the computer. We're going to be reading them off of... Yes, that's right. So let's start it off with a woman who is suing her ex because his penis was so large it stretched out her vagina. And apparently now she's suing him for $9,000 to pay for vaginal reconstructive surgery. Yes, it's true. I can't make this stuff up. You guys know I don't make these stories up. I can't make it up. It's actually happening. It's Sindili Margina, 29, from Harare, Zimbabwe, said her vagina was tight before she met her ex. Now all of a sudden, no man can fill the gap anymore. It's her words, not mine. It's her words, not mine. No man can fill that gap anymore. So now she is suing her ex for vaginal reconstructive surgery. So, guys, if you got an abnormally big one, you may want to be careful. You never know what might happen. It doesn't say in the article exactly how big the guy was, and thankfully, no pictures. But I guess size does matter after all, doesn't it? Next up on the list, if you're an American Airlines worker, well, if you work for any airline, to be perfectly honest, and you're a baggage handler like this guy was, I have a suggestion for you. Don't drink before your shift. This is an admittedly intoxicated American Airlines baggage handler fell asleep on the job, and he ended up in the cargo compartment of a 737 going from Kansas City to Chicago. Nobody missed him. Nobody knew what was going on. Fell asleep, buttoned up the plane, took off from Kansas City to Chicago, flew all the way there. They realized he was there when they opened up and they started grabbing the luggage. So, of course, he gets snatched up by the PD, by the FBI, Homeland Security, everybody, because who knows? I mean, who knew who this guy was? They interviewed him. They found out that it was a complete mistake. He admitted to being intoxicated. It's just like, I fell asleep in the cargo compartment because I had too much to drink at 5 o'clock in the morning. The flight left at 5:52 a.m. and it landed in Chicago at 7:30 a.m. Okay? If you're that drunk at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, you got more issues than falling asleep in the belly of a plane. You really do. American Airlines flew him back to Kansas City. They've suspended him and they are investigating the incident. Don't do that again. Now, in this day and age, the way that... How do I want to put this? There's only two genders, folks, okay? There really is. There's only two genders. There's male and there's female. But people are identifying themselves as male that are female, female that are male. I'm a cross between the two. I'm identifying myself as a German Shepherd, whatever. Well, there's a guy over across the pond, 69 years old, who joined Tinder and is suing to be able to say he's 49 years old, 20 years younger, because he identifies as a 49-year-old, not a 69-year-old. And he feels that being able to do this, if he's able to actually say, hey, I'm 49 years old, he'll have better results on Tinder. Dude, you know what? I applaud your ingenuity. I really do. I applaud your ingenuity, and I applaud the fact that at 69 years old, there's still enough lead in the pencil that you want to get on Tinder, and, you know what I mean, okay? You know what I mean. But seriously, be happy. He's not a bad-looking dude. I don't know. Can you see? That's not a bad looking dude. 69 years old. And obviously everything still works. Dude, be happy be happy you got there. Identify as a 49-year-old. I tell you, people, ridiculous. And finally, on today's episode of Stupid People in the News, and believe it or not, no Florida. No Florida. Floridians, come here. Okay. You can do more than screw up an election. Okay? Please get back to doing stupid stuff in the news so I can report on it. Thank you. Okay, now that we got that out of the way. This gentleman, look, I've said this before, okay? I've said this plenty of times before. If you're not happy in your relationship and you break up and you have an ex, this guy has an ex, let it go. Let it go. You broke up for a reason. There's a reason why the two of you aren't together anymore. That's fine. Not every relationship works. It's just the way that it is, okay? This guy apparently decided that just breaking up with his ex wasn't enough. He went to her house and decided to confront her. The police were called. He allegedly threatened his ex-wife with a knife, thought better of it, threw it down, went to the back of the property where he had a tractor, not a tractor, a bulldozer, and decided to use it to flip her car over. And then left in the bulldozer and went to his current residence. Now the police know what's going on at this point. They know where the guy lives. So they go over there, they go to enter into his residence, but what does this genius do? He cocks and locks a crossbow and starts threatening to shoot cops with it. Several hours later, they bring in a negotiator, everything works out, they arrest the guy, everything's out fine. But dude, seriously, if it's your ex, just get over it. There's no need for any of this stuff. There's no need for this. Trust me. Just get over it. It's not that bad. Find a new one. Get on Tinder and identify yourself as a 49-year-old. Go stretch somebody's vagina out until they need vaginal reconstructive surgery. Owen kills me. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you have a Stupid People in the News story that you'd like me to read, comment down below, and I'll be happy to read your stories for you. If you like this video, like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Really do appreciate it. Share it. Give it to everybody. Because, there's nothing more fun than Stupid People in the News. I'll see you next time.